everybody, welcome to Pride Academy News Episode 2. I'm your host Phil, and today we're going to be talking about everything going on around our community, starting off with our Park Prep Rally. So without further ado, let's take it to the great room for our Park Prep Rally.
This is the Park Prep Rally, a Pride tradition held the Friday before Park. We get to see performances as well as get rewarded for our efforts during the interim. Scholars get medals if they show overall growth and improvement in their interim scores.
Hello, my Pride family. I am going to interview the teachers and hear their opinions about our wonderful school. Hello, Pride family. This is Chris Clement with
Mrs. Bender.
One of Pride Academy's finest teachers, Mr. Cringe.
Much.
So, our first question is, if you had one word to describe Pride Academy, what would it be?
That's a great question. I think I would probably use the word growth or growing, because I've been here for a while and every year we grow in different ways, whether it's the size of our building, the size of our students' academic progress. I think we're always looking for the next thing and the next place that we're going to grow to, and I think that's awesome.
What would it be?
I had to pick a word to describe Pride Academy. I'd go with the word alive. There's always teachers trying to create amazing lessons. There's always stuff going on. You don't just see kids just sitting there doing nothing. Every single day, teachers are always keeping kids engaged, and the kids are performing up to their best standards, so I would go with alive.
And our next question is, what is your favorite memory / moment at Pride?
I think the things that stick out the most in my mind at Pride are the times when we've had a lot of fun as a community. So like Spirit Week events and Field Day, and like when students do their dances and performances. I think when everybody gets together, that's usually something that sticks in my mind. So right now I'm particularly thinking about all the Spirit Week dances because it's just an atmosphere of excitement and energy, and I love it.
There are a couple amazing moments. For me, I narrowed down to two. One is we won the flag football championship about 4 years ago, and that was a phenomenal experience, having our whole school, charge off the sideline after we won, after our game-winning interception by Chris Stoltz. It's the first time. It's the first time we ran the Pride Academy talent show, and one of the students that I was mentoring, Kyrie Moore, did a stand-up comedy act and just brought the house down. And for me, that was like a proud papa moment. So.
And now back to the studio.
Around our school, we have many great athletes, and now it's time to highlight a few of Pride's greatest sports teams.
Here we have our soccer team practicing in Elmore Park, led by Mr. Lubach and Mr. Reichman. Here they show their fighting spirit to never give up, even when the odds are stacked against them. Our scholars showed a lot of enthusiasm and gave it over 100%, and worked to their fullest potential. Our soccer team gave it their all, and we congratulate them for that. They tried their hardest and made sure to leave everything that they had on the field.
Kick it back, kick it back, kick it back! Stop your foot, kick it to the opposite.
Meanwhile, down at intramurals, they switched over to four-corner dodgeball. 4 teams competing against each other in a free-for-all. If you catch the ball, your teammate that has been out can come back in and the throw is out.
Don't be a scared. It's the ball. You're gonna catch this.
How did the last game go?
Well, we got off to a really good start. Our team, Rondell, Amira, and myself, we won our first 2 games, so we got off to a great start. But I really have to shout out the competition. They've really stepped it up, and they've given us a challenge over our past couple games. We're not really in a good spot right now. we're about a man or two down, but you know what? Amira has been our MVP this entire tournament, and I really truly believe she's going to step up and save us for this game. Right now, Rondell and I are just hanging around trying to regroup. If we're lucky enough to get it back in this action, I think we're going to take full advantage of that opportunity.
If you guys lose, what's the game plan for the next game?
Well, our game plan so far has been to go after the main target for each team. But I think in addition to doing that, I think our continued focus really has to be on catching the ball and giving our team an opportunity to come back in. It's an area we've been struggling with so far in the past couple of games, and in addition to our main focus, that's what we're going to want to add on to.
Is there anybody you want to take out first because you find them as a threat to you?
Personally, I like to be confident in my abilities. I'm not really threatened by anyone in this field. Just for other reasons, I think getting Mr. Krienge out, just given the history that we've had, all the ups and downs, I think that would give me personally the most satisfaction.
Would you trade anyone off your team?
To be honest, my team is strong. We're sticking through with it. I'm really proud of everything that we did, and I would not want to replace any of my teammates. We're having a great time. We're successful, and we're going to stick it through to the end.
Thanks, Mr. Hanna. Guys, for episode 2 of Pride Academy News. We all hope you like it, but there's one more thing we forgot to mention. Later on in the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a special debate. If you want to see who won that debate, stay tuned for episode 3 to find out whether it was the 7th grade or the 8th grade. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Pride Academy News. And to conclude this episode, here is some advice from our 8th graders to our future Pride students.
Okay, my advice to future 8th graders is don't get yourself into drama. That way you don't have to play catch up.
My advice to future 8th graders is don't dig yourself in a hole. Do what you got to do in the first trimester, second trimester, and third trimester.
You just have to work your hardest.
My advice to you guys is to always do your homework. So,
My advice to future 8th graders is to always be yourself and never not be yourself because, well, that's boring and you don't want to be anyone else. So, you're welcome.
The advice I have for upcoming 8th graders is that do not procrastinate.
My advice for the future scholars of Pride Academy is to make sure that you always show up on time.
to future 8th graders is to surround yourself with good friends because they won't bring you down in the end. You guys will be good.